A frequent refrain from House Speaker John Boehner, our Ohio, is "Where are the jobs?" But Tuesday that question became, "Where is the strategy to defeat ISIS?" Boehner is refusing to address any questions about Congress' role in the response to the growing threat of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS, until he hears more from the president. Asked about whether there should be any congressional authorization, Boehner said that's not a key question because we don't know what the strategy is. Until there's a strategy, there's no reason to talk about any of the specifics because I don't know how they fit into the broader strategy, he said. Boehner and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, our Kentucky, are demanding answers from the president ahead of his planned address to the nation Wednesday evening, where he's expected to lay out his plan to deal with ISIS. It's possible they will get some of those answers Tuesday. The president is scheduled to meet with the two Republicans and the Democratic leaders, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, D. California, and Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, D. Nevada, Tuesday afternoon. He needs to present this plan to Congress and the American people, and where the president believes he lacks authority to execute such a strategy, he needs to explain to Congress how additional authority for the use of force will protect America, McConnell said on the Senate floor Tuesday morning. The threat from ISIS is real, and it's growing. Unlike Boehner, McConnell said that he believes the president should seek congressional authorization whether or not he may think he's authorized to do what he intends to do. I think the view of myself and most of my members is the president should be seeking congressional approval, period, for whatever he decides to do, because that's the way you hear from those of us who represent everyone in the country. That's the way you get congressional support, McConnell told reporters Tuesday afternoon. Full coverage. The fight against ISIS. Will Obama get more than a blank check to fight ISIS? Mr. Obama has indicated he believes he has the authority he needs in the region without turning to Congress, although lawmakers are increasingly suggesting they should have a voice in the matter. Senator Bill Nelson, D. Florida, a senior member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, and Representative Frank Wolf, R. Virginia, have introduced legislation that would authorize the use of U.S. military force against ISIS. Congress has to participate, Wolf said. It isn't enough to stand on the sidelines. But others say it's unlikely to happen. House Armed Services Committee Chairman Buck McKeown, R. California, said that as a practical matter he's not sure there's time for a full debate and a vote. Plus, he said, some lawmakers won't want to vote on the issue. He said he expects congressional leadership to decide that issue. A Washington Post-ABC News poll out Tuesday shows that 71% of Americans support airstrikes in Iraq, a sharp increase from 54% 3 weeks ago and 45% in June. Those numbers rise even higher when only those who believe Obama is too cautious are surveyed. More than 8 in 10 support strikes. Ask Americans who say the president's foreign policy is about right, and 2/3, or 66%, support strikes. When the location of the airstrikes shifts to Syria, 65% of Americans say they would support that move. Though lower than the level of support for strikes in Iraq, it is more than double the figure that backed military action in Syria 1 year ago when the president advocated it as a way to punish President Bashar al-Assad for using chemical weapons on his own people. The White House has offered few details about Mr. Obama's Wednesday speech except to suggest that previous U.S. counterterrorism operations are a relevant reference point for how the president might approach ISIS now. Some lawmakers say that's not enough. It looks like nothing much new, that kind of continuing the same counterterrorism strategy that we've been following the last 5 years and that has not been able to stop ISIS, said McKeown. In fact, they've grown stronger, so that's something that's very bothersome. I don't get the feeling of urgency from the president that I got while we were over in the Middle East. While the president waits to come up with a strategy, ISIS is growing stronger day by day, he added.